Have you ever written a letter to a client or a customer? This is a test because I'm going to bet you said yes. It may have been a quote, it may have been a demand for money, it may have been an inquiry, it may have been anything. But the fact is, you wrote a letter because you had to. That means you can write. That means you can blog. And you must be blogging. Now, a lot of people think of a blog as something that is quirky, that is just for families or for someone who travels around the world, who keeps a blog, like a diary, and just tells all their friends and family what they're doing. But no, blogging has come along. WordPress, what we recommend, I wouldn't bother with anything else, and do not use any free blogging software. I'll explain that another time. But WordPress is the thing. It is, in effect, a content management system. What it does is it puts together your writing and your website, and it organises it chronologically in date order. It sorts it into categories, it produces menus, it archives old data, it saves images, puts everything together. But it is a website. It is not a blog. Well, it is a blog, but what I mean is, don't think of it as a blog. It is a website. Some of the biggest, I think I'm right in saying the New York Times runs on WordPress, but some of the biggest ones in the world run on WordPress. The reason is because it is being changed and upgraded over and over and over again. It's open source, and the number of people that collaborate to get it together, to keep the security up to date, is fabulous. You get updates all the time. It just does it for you. This is the secret to having your own website. There are loads of templates, beautiful ones, simple ones, plain ones, everything you can imagine. One's for photographers, one's for food bloggers, one's for recipes. There are plugins that add on, which are like having apps on your smartphone. They just do everything. You can add calendars, you can add backup systems. Everything you can think of, there will be something to do it for you. You can add your podcast in there. That will be a plugin. It's brilliant. But the fact is, at the start I asked you about having, can you write? If you can write, and yes you can, then you can get a WordPress blog. It's easy to set up. It will cost you less than $100 unless you're using someone or being ripped off, or unless you go for a sensible, fully hosted, everything thrown in together, like Rainmaker, like we use, which even then still costs under $100 a month. Then that will do it for you. You only have to produce the content. You don't have to write every day. You don't have to write every week. You just have to write consistently, and then you can get other people to contribute. You can put up photographs. You can put up beautiful images. You can be out on a lovely sunny day like this. I've just went for a walk on the beach down, it was about 400 yards away. It's a beautiful sunny day. You can hear the birds chirping. You might see a lovely sight. Put up a photo, put it on your blog, and put a little comment to explain what you're doing today. People like to know the human side of companies. They like to know that these are people. How often do you go to an About Us page and it says, we produce some of the blah, blah, blah? When people wanted to know about you, they want to know what you look like. They want to know how many there are. They want to know when you were established, etc. They don't want to see some corporate, we do this, we are. Write. Get writing. Practice writing. At first, no one will read it. No one will be there. But then you'll discover that people do read it. And people are like you. They don't think they can write either. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Just get writing anything about you, about your business, about how you got to where you are. The most interesting things to write about are stories. People want to know how you went from nothing to where you are. Did you used to work somewhere else? Did you learn your trade somewhere else? And then why did you leave? Why did you decide to go on your own? Were you made redundant? Did you think you had a better way of doing it? People want to know. They will fall in love with you. Write, please. Okay, end of lecture. Anyway, if you can't, it's Tuesday. Tuesday's toolbox tip. If you can't write, if you think you don't have time, use Elance. When I first started online, and I used to produce content sites that went up with, I started them up with 100 articles. I think I mentioned before, the first one was thecoffeeguide.com. I don't own the domain anymore, it's nothing to do with me, I have no idea, someone bought it up. So it's not my website or my content. But I would have put that up with 100 articles. They're all 500 to 700 words. I couldn't write all those. I outsourced it to Elance and found people who would write articles back in the day for like $5 each. Fantastic. But you get what you pay for, but you really don't have to pay a lot. You trial them. Don't give out 100 at a time. Just give out 3 or 5. Get the first one back, tell them what you like about it, give it back to them, give them constructive criticism, tell them what you did like about it, tell them what you'd prefer. They'll get it right because they will only get paid when you say it's finished, and then you give them ratings. They have to be perfect. They'll do it over and over and over again until you're going to give them a 5 out of 5. It's brilliant. Who else does that? Go and see Elance. Try it, please. Speak to you soon.